Developing future leaders. Leadership in hospitality is not only about guiding today's teams, it is also about creating solid foundations for future ones. A great leader leaves behind a legacy of people who are capable of stepping into leadership roles themselves, equipped with the right emotional and interpersonal skills. Hospitality is an industry built around teamwork, communication, coaching, and service. And it is therefore the responsibility of today's leaders to recognize, nurture, and promote those individuals who have the qualities to become exceptional leaders in the future. We not only have the responsibility of ensuring that the culture we create continues to live on in the future within our own organization, but also to ensure that this is carried forward elsewhere by people who have grown under our guidance. When former employees take with them the values they've experienced and learnt with us, and apply them while shaping their own team in a different company, it serves as a powerful signal to the wider industry that our organization is built on strong ethical foundations. Spotting the wrong signals. The competitive soloist. It is common in hospitality to find individuals who rise quickly through the ranks because of their competitiveness. Competitiveness itself is not always negative. Striving for excellence and personal achievement can drive strong performance. But when competitiveness is expressed in unhealthy ways, it can be a red flag for future leadership challenges. Signs of the competitive soloist, highlighting colleagues' shortcomings to managers. Boasting about one's own achievements. Complaining about others instead of offering support. Working in isolation rather than contributing to the team. Leaders who rise on this basis often become micromanagers or dictatorial-style leaders. Their style erodes trust, increases staff turnover, and damages the team culture that hospitality relies upon. Spotting the right signals. The quiet team player. On the other hand, some of the best leadership potential lies in those who are often overlooked. These individuals do not push themselves into the spotlight, but they consistently strengthen the team around them. Signs of the quiet team player. Constantly looking for ways to help colleagues without being asked. Encouraging and supporting newer or slower team members. Coaching others instead of criticizing them. Lifting the overall morale of the team. Putting team success above personal recognition. Although these individuals may not always stand out in a traditional sense, they are precisely the kind of people who, with encouragement and development, can become outstanding leaders. The tennis versus football analogy. One useful way to think about this distinction is through the metaphor of tennis versus football. A tennis player can be brilliant, but their sport rewards solo achievement. They succeed or fail alone, and they will therefore be focused solely on their own performance. A football player, even at the top level, must succeed within a team structure. Their ability to collaborate, pass, and support others is what makes them valuable. They know that their own performance means little compared to that of the team as a whole. In hospitality, teamwork and team spirit are absolutely fundamental. So, football players are the ones who drive long-term success. They may not always shine individually, but they make the whole team stronger. As leaders, we should prioritize identifying and developing these people into future leaders. And when assessing someone's performance, we should never fail to consider the effect they have on the team as a whole. An important duty of leaders is actively discouraging unhelpful soloist attitudes and reinforcing positive ones. For example, imagine a member of your team coming to see you, saying, "I am not sure it's good to put Mark, the new waiter, in section 2. He's very slow, he will probably go down. Wouldn't it be better if I took his section?" This might be correct, but the tone and delivery focus on criticism and self-protection versus, I think Mark might struggle a little in section 2 if it gets too busy. Would you be happy for me to take section 3 so I can support him and coach him if needed? This reframing focuses on solutions, teamwork, and development. Both staff members have noticed the same operational challenge, but their responses reveal fundamentally different mindsets. As leaders, we should reward and encourage the latter approach. It shows emotional intelligence, empathy, and a commitment to team success. But we also must actively discourage the first approach, explaining why and how this is detrimental to our team's culture. Rewarding the right qualities. Recognition plays a huge role in shaping workplace culture. If we consistently reward only the highest individual performers, the person who upsold the most, turned the most tables, or generated the highest tips, we may unintentionally send the message that solo achievement matters more than teamwork. One powerful way to shift this is by rethinking awards such as Employee of the Month. Instead of focusing purely on output or individual numbers, leaders can highlight who contributed most to teamwork, who helped lift others up, who went out of their way to support a struggling colleague. By recognizing these qualities, we signal that leadership is not about personal gain, but about collective success. Over time, this creates a culture where staff aspire not only to perform well, but also to make others better. The easiest way to achieve this is to ensure that peer nominations have the highest impact in selecting the Employee of the Month. Active ways of cultivating the right emotional skills. 1. Observe closely. Watch how team members interact with each other, not just how they perform individually. 2. Reward collaboration. Give recognition not only for personal achievements, but also for teamwork and support of others. 3. Challenge competitiveness. When staff try to rise by putting others down, address it directly and coach them on healthier ways to grow. 4. Create development opportunities. Reward quiet team players by giving them responsibilities such as mentoring new hires or leading small projects. 5. Celebrate teamwork publicly. Use recognition programs, meetings, and awards to highlight collaborative contributions. Promotions and long-term signals. Promotions are one of the clearest ways leaders communicate what behaviors matter most in an organization. It is important to remember, especially during structured processes like quarterly performance reviews, that no one should be promoted solely on the basis of their individual output or technical skills. In hospitality, where teamwork is the foundation of success, promotions must also reflect collaboration, empathy, and team spirit. If we consistently promote only the highest solo performers, we risk creating a culture where competition overshadows cooperation. By ensuring that promotions take into account how individuals contribute to the success of those around them, we reinforce the message that leadership is about lifting the whole team, not just oneself. Conclusion. The best leaders in hospitality are those who create more leaders, not just more followers. By recognizing the difference between soloists and team players, and by fostering a teamwork mindset, we ensure that our organizations are built on a foundation of collaboration, empathy, and emotional intelligence. A clear message should be the central pillar of every emotionally intelligent restaurant's culture. You can be the best waiter or chef in the world, but if you are not good for the team as a whole, there is no future for you here. As leaders, our greatest success is not measured by how smoothly we ran today's shift, but by how well we've prepared tomorrow's leaders to run the shifts after us. and to carry forward the values that make hospitality such a unique and rewarding industry.